Right. Well, I'm joined today with Malika Bilal, the host of the Take podcast. We are so lucky to have you, Malika. Not only you're a podcaster, but you're a huge influencer. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I wish that I could live up to that, a huge influencer, but we'll see. We'll see.
Again, thank you so much for your time today. So if you don't mind, let's just go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So tell me, how has your listener group changed since this whole pandemic thing has started?
So, what we know about that is that numbers are steadily inching up, which is great for us. We're a newer podcast. And so that's what we wanted to see anyway. But now that people are kind of locked down in their homes, they don't have a whole lot to do, a lot of places to go. Podcast is one of the places that they're turning to, luckily for me and for my team. So, we're seeing it inch up slightly, and each week we're 3 times a week, and so each episode has a few more listeners than the previous one did.
I know a lot of people out there are, streaming Netflix, they're watching Amazon Prime, and I keep on seeing on social media, like, I have reached the end of Netflix, or there's nothing left for me on Prime. So with streaming options being limited now or growing limited, are you expecting a continued increase of perhaps people switching from these live streaming things to moving towards podcasts?
So, on the one hand, I hope so, but that is selfish. On the other hand, I think that there are different audiences for different things and for different parts of our lives. So, for me personally, when I listen to my podcast, it's because I'm cleaning or I'm going out for a walk around the neighborhood, or I am working out. If it's a podcast that's going to get me kind of excited or get me interested in something that I really love. Whereas when you're ready to Netflix and chill, or if you're ready to look at some Amazon, the last thing you want to do is kind of be thinking. It's more of I want to turn my brain off and just relax on my couch. So there'll be different times of the day that I think people will turn to podcasts, but that's okay. The thing is really, hey, if you're feeling like there's a lull and you have nothing to do, you've read all your books, you've watched all the Amazon you could watch, why don't you pick up your phone and look for podcasts?
Sure. And I know that all of our video screens are saying that your video time, your screen time has increased
I
by a
know,
multiplier
mine
of like
too.
100. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So since you're kind of in the middle of all these podcasts and you've got the pulse on things, what recommendations do you have for our viewers on some good ones?
Okay, so one of my favorite ones, hands down, is called Death, Sex, and Money. It's from WNYC. It's hosted by Anna Sale. And what she's doing right now, usually it's just conversations about those three things, that she'll touch
Hmm.
on those three things. So really intimate conversations with people who are famous or not so famous. But right now she's actually looking at what our lives look like in terms of those three things during this period, during the era of coronavirus. So it's really interesting. That's my favorite. The next I would say is probably one that everyone knows and loves, but I'll up her here, which is Fresh Air with Terry Gross, because she is a pro and she is, one of the originals in radio. But it's been interesting seeing her having to work from home and figure out that.
Sure.
So we're kind of learning along with her as she records from her dining room table. And I say that as someone who is now, I'm inside of my master bedroom closet. This is my new recording studio that I've tricked out so that I have everything I need, my computer and my microphone. So yeah, seeing everyone kind of go through the motions of trying to figuring it out is kind of interesting.
Well, and let's not forget the Take podcast as well.
Thank you very much. Yes, we 3 times a week. The Take, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts.
Everyone's kind of talking COVID, no matter where you turn, anywhere. It's COVID, COVID, COVID. Do you find yourself, in terms of your stories or the content that you're trying to develop, you're kind of staying in that lane, or are you trying to divert into a different direction?
So that is such a good question, because we are having heated debates about that in the office. And by the office, I mean our virtual office when we're on Zoom or we're on Skype together. Um, what the numbers show is that there is a hunger for information about coronavirus. And so that is what audiences want. That's what viewers and listeners want. That's what I want when I'm looking through my podcasts. So that is what we're going to try to deliver. But of course, there are other things going on in the world, and we want to make sure people know about them, other things in the US and abroad. And so we're trying to sneak those in as well, by giving people the news that we think they should still know. But even on those shows, we'll have here's what you need to know in the world of coronavirus, or don't worry, we haven't forgotten about coronavirus. It'll be in the next
Sure.
episode. So people obviously do want that, but I think there is a hunger for making sure we don't forget what else is happening.
All right. Well, Malika, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I don't want to take up any more of it.
Of course
And
not. Thank you so much. You are shameless plug here for you, but you are my favorite realtor because you are the
oh,
one
thank
who
you.
got me this closet turned studio. So my thanks to you. I will anytime you need me, I'm there.
Well, I really appreciate it. And I want you and everybody else out there to please stay safe and try to keep your sanity. I know a lot of people are going stir crazy. So,
Agreed.
um, yeah, stay safe. And I hope to see you soon in real time.
Thanks. I know, me too. Stay healthy.
All right. Take care.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.